Oh man, that menu music is so loud. Christ, I didn't expect that. Oh man, if that's a San Francisco loading screen, that makes me worried that. Okay, I was worried that my progress hadn't saved because I went back to the mainland at the end of the last session. So I made some important decisions about this game, which include, because there's more than one. I am not going to touch the enduring until I beat the game, because I'm sure that's going to be difficult, and I don't want to waste my time doing it. Raintrace Hunting Grounds. I'm not going to bother until I beat the game. Arena, same thing. We're going to focus on meandering toward the main quest while doing side quests along the way, ping-ponging, as it were. And that's kind of where our focus is going to be. By the way, I noticed when I was reviewing the stream last night that my mic quality was a little low. I am using the controller mic because my third-party mic wasn't working very well. But I noticed it was a little bit crackly, so I apologize if there's any audio issues with my commentary. So again, just reviewing real quick before we start. What Was Lost is a side quest that's in the base. So I think the only other side quest that's on my radar is this salvage side quest. And that is located not far from the base. So let's see if we can get there. I'm going to try not to use my mini map. I'm going to try to do it using the environmental cues and basic instincts. Okay, I already failed. I want to see where the road is. Okay, there we go. I can't call my mount. That's either because I'm too close to the shore or I have to get a new mount. I'm going to be pissed if I have to get a new mount because my bristleback was such a freaking hard ass. I mean, I don't mind running, but
Frost isn't gonna do much.
can you tell from here whether you can mount something? Like a crocodile mount would be pretty sick, honestly. I'll give it a shot. Oh god, please don't turn around at the wrong time. Motherfucker. They always turn around at the worst possible time. I can't imagine that if I do mount that thing, that it would be particularly mobile. It's just going into the water. Screw that. Okay, I'll try a different mount. And yes, I am going to slow run along this path. I could sprint, but I don't feel like sprinting or going fast just because I'm recording this or because I'm streaming. I don't want to put pressure on myself to do things quickly just because people may be watching, whether now or in the future. That being said, if it'll be helpful, I might just put some timestamps on this video when I upload it to YouTube. People can obviously navigate the video if they need to, um, but I think it'd be helpful to have some timestamps here and there. If you wanted to just skip, like, the travel sections. Again, I'm going to try to resist the urge to use my map.
This wind's in a rush. Well, so am I.
Oh, I wonder if we can get a fire claw as a mount.
Those Tenakth might have been trying to collect this stuff when the machine attacked. They made a run for it, but didn't make it.
Every time I come through this area, she makes that comment. I guess it's because there's an unmarked quest here and I just haven't completed it yet. Let's see if we can override this guy. Ah, partially unlocked. No good. And there's a bunch of smaller machines, and I don't want to go out of my way to get rid of them just to unlock a mount. I'd rather just find a mount, like, in a pack of other mounts, override it, and then just get away. I could get a flying mount. I don't think I unlocked Sunwings just yet, though. Chargers would do. A little boring, but feel like a downgrade after the bristleback. But it'll work for now.
Could use shock ammo against that machine.
I'm not too worried about making it defensive or whatnot, as long as it gets me from point A to point B. I have to say, though, Charger is a lot more responsive to steer than the Bristleback. Bristleback was just very top heavy. Like, this Bristleback's right there, but I don't know.
There's a body on the side of the trail. What happened here? It looks like he died quick. What was he doing here? My focus might show me more. Climbing gear. Why was the Tenakth trying to scale this cliff? Looks like there's a trail I can follow with my focus.
Well, the trail's on the ground probably, but I'm already climbing, so...
Machine. Might have attacked the Tenakth while he was climbing.
Ooh, check out that sun, though. That's gorgeous.
There's a cave up here. I bet this is where the Tenakth was trying to get to. Green shine. Was this what the Tenakth was after? But then that machine swooped down on him and he fell to his death.
I don't know if that was the end of the side quest or what. Oh yeah, the town you needed a degree in algebra to navigate. Which means I need to keep going northeast, I think. Watch out, pig. He watched out. Very good. Aloy's cape, when you're not focusing on her, Aloy's cape makes it look like her entire body is flailing when she's riding on that thing.
Champion, won't you sit for a moment?
As long as it doesn't give me a side quest, I'll be happy.
I heard a soldier has been causing trouble in Tide's Reach, west of here on the coast. An old-timer, from what I understand. Don't know him myself, but I think his daughter is Fenira. She's a good sort. Not sure what the fuss is about, but it might be worth checking out if you head that way.
Thanks for the tip.
Okay, that's where we came from. I'm presuming it's like over here or somewhere. And I don't feel like going all the way back. Yeah, see, I just came from there. If we ever have to go back west, whether it's in the post game or for some other story reason, we'll take care of it. But I'm not going to be doing side quests that are in the opposite direction of the main quest.
I'll have a chat with Fenira if I'm on the coast.
Okay, still navigating without a map. Let's go northeast. Oh man, imagine what I could do with the baboon mount. I swear, you just lose control of your mounts whenever you get near an enemy. I've said it many times, but it just kind of becomes hard to control them. I don't know if it's just a weird, if it's coincidence or if they actually are getting spooked. Ooh, that one had like sparks flying out of it. Well, wait's not whatnot. I don't want its sacrifice to be in vain. Crunchy scorpion. Ooh, I didn't even kill it. I feel extra bad now. Damn. These guys don't want to live in this world anymore. Oh man, I take no pleasure in flattening these guys. Okay, hold on. Gotta get my bearings. Look at that, I didn't even have to reference a map to cross 5,000 feet in this game. It can be done.
What are they doing out here?
Got some data points here, I'll take care of these first. A scouting report written with a steady hand. Handa. Handa, I like that. Written with a, yeah, okay. So I survived first contact with the Tenakth. Per our conversation, here's my report for you and Karuf. First off, I don't think they're going to murder us, so that's good. They're bogged down in the rebellion that provoked the attack on the embassy at Barren Light, which means they're a lot more concerned with this Regala and her machine riders than they are on a few stray Oseram. I didn't receive direct assurances that they won't attack, but I definitely got the feeling that they'll leave us alone if we behave ourselves. Some other observations. Without official rite of passage or some kind of previous contact, salvagers should steer clear of their settlements. The clans are always on alert and treat any intruders as potentially hostile. It works better if you set up camp out in the open, wow, and let them come to you. Communication with them is intimidating. They don't mince words and generally make you feel like one wrong move can provoke violence. Best course of action is to be forthright, honest, and not to ramble or show fear. I saw no evidence that they eat people. Some of their markings on their skin look like blood, but it could just easily be some kind of dye. My guess is that the whole cannibalism thing, I misread that as castration. The whole castration thing was made up by the Karja, which is good news. I have no desire to wind up on a buffet. I'll maintain contact and keep you posted, London. Yeah, I'm making myself laugh because of castration. Okay, big list of things. Bah, a bad haul and terrible prices. We will be filling our bellies without meat from the forest, and more time hunting food is less for hunting profit. Demand is so up and down, you can sell for a fortune one day and a pittance the next. We should have had more valuable parts, but the best of the salvage was shattered or scorched. Someone has to teach these oafs to hunt without destroying everything they hit. Although it takes a few decent hunters, some behemoth or thunderjaw, I'd be drinking my weight every night from the cups of Karja gold. Instead, I'm teaching idiots the trade and pulling the bones out of rabbits.
There she goes again, staring at that scrap pile for hours.
For some reason, like in other games, when you get dialogue like that, like "there she goes again," it establishes that this is a place in the world, and it feels believable most of the time. With this game, though, like with this series, when characters do that, I am not convinced at all. Like, it just makes me think, no, this is just a video game. These are voice actors in booths, just trying to make the impression of a world.
Genius is at work here. I cannot afford any distractions. If you require salvage, you can... Oh, a hunter! Yes, good. I was hoping one would stop by. There's no time to waste.
Aloy.
That old boar, Karif, is expecting me to merely make the best armor in the Forbidden West. But I, Honda, will give him a masterpiece. And you are going to help me make it. Of course you'll be compensated, though seeing me at work should be gratifying enough.
You're one of Karif's people? So you're competing to make armor for him too. With the Tenakth right next door?
Ha! They've got problems of their own to worry about. Besides, I'm not just making armor. I'm making a work of art, imbued with the majesty of ancient machines and wondrous relics, with the steadfastness of the gentle plowhorn and the fury of the raging Ravager. So, where do you want to start?
Oh god, we're gonna be here forever.
You talked about using plowhorn parts for your armor?
I've been eyeing a herd not too far from here. If you can bring me the right parts, this armor will be as unwavering as they are.
I can try.
Oh, one more thing. Plowhorns sometimes leave a trail of flowers in their path. The Utaru infuse some kind of drink with them to soothe the mind. I'd like to try it, see if it inspires any ideas.
Right. I'll see what I can do. You talked about using ancient relics for your armor?
Correct. But that dream has fizzled like a wet forge.
What do you mean?
I acquired scouting reports on this area dating back to the Red Raids. They told of ruins filled with treasure. But some of our younger recruits stole the scrolls and absconded to go after the relics. I want them found before they run away with my salvage.
I can try to track them down.
Give them a good thrashing for me while you're at it, will you?
Wet forge is not what I thought she was gonna say.
So you want your armor to wield a Ravager's fury. Sounds interesting.
I tracked down a pack of them near here. Shoot off one of their cannons, and I can make my armor just as deadly.
I'll, take a look. See what I can do.
Well, if you get to it, we'll pick it up when you're done.
You said you wanted ancient machine parts for your armor?
Ah, yes. There's entire graveyards of them nearby. Dreadful things. With some of their parts, I can make armor that will instill fear and disquiet in the enemy.
I'll, read up on the details.
Splendid. I look forward to your success. Ah, need some machine parts? Or want me to take some off your hands?
If you have a 9mm handgun, that'd be very helpful. Pristine skull. What's it? Wow. Okay. Was it something that I killed?
Oh, we're done now. Excellent.
Okay. Jesus Christ. So let's tackle these by. Let's tackle these. Let's tackle these by proximity. Flowerhorns and plants. Go to the site.
The machines Honda had her eyes on should be nearby. Better take a look at that contract of hers. Make sure I know what I'm looking for.
No need.
The route Honda picked. I need to stay out of sight if I want to get those flowers first. Machine can tough out the cold. Frost won't help.
Holy crap. I want that as a mount. Partially unlocked. God. Which ones are the plants?
Find one of the plow horns. I might be able to get those flowers before they wilt.
Oh, they're leaving them in their wake?
One of the Cyclops drones. It could be connected with the dome back in the base if I grab its data. Maybe I can climb something to jump onto the drone.
Hey, one thing at a time here. Okay, now I gotta kill them.
Could try using acid ammo.
I'm gonna be pissed if one of those like launches onto me. Oh god, it could happen. It could happen. Holy shit, that's how you do it. Okay, yeah, good use of traps and good use of those little capsules that they introduced with the DLC.
Job's done. Salvage what's left.
I got a little too close before I did that silent strike. That's why it turned on me. It's okay.
That's all the salvage I need. I should get back to Honda. Drop this all off.
Okay, but first I want to get the drone. Okay, it was worth a shot. I can't highlight the track. I think I can, I'm not looking at it correctly.
It won't get by me.
Just a blade of grass.
I guess the rule of thumb is if they're the only one that if they're the only one that detects you after you shoot their helmet, you can shoot them again. And that's the last guy, so no reason to be stealthy.
taking you with me. You're mine. Okay, I've got the drone's data.
While I'm out here, let's take care of the other salvage requests.
Going down.
All right.
Those ancient machines Honda wanted me to check out should be close by. Maybe I'll read the contract one more time. Make sure I didn't miss anything. I think Honda will like this.
Looking at these tanks remind me of this tank warfare game that I used to play when I was a kid for the N64. I forgot what it's called, but I used to play with my friends all the time. And you had this this weapon.
Put up a fight here.
I think it was just literally just a nuclear warhead that would just completely destroy everything in the area and deal a crap ton of damage to everything. And whenever I was playing like multiplayer, like with four of us, we'd be like, okay, we're not going to use the nukes because that's just kind of unfair. And as soon as the match starts, everyone deploys a nuke. I have to look up what that game is called.
Oh, this should be useful. want this. I think that's all the salvage I'm gonna find. I should check out the other site Honda marked on her contract.
Okay, what's the next place? Plow horns and plants. Oh, I have to return. Now it's done. Ravager cannon. Very graceful, Aloy. I like this area. It reminds me of this one place in my hometown. When I was, I think, in second grade or third grade, the bus route brought us up this like winding hill that was always so steep. I was never sure we were going to make it, and there was like sheer rock, like cliffs, like this on the way up. And the house at the top where the kid lived, who was being dropped off there, it was like the only house around. And it's like, this guy lives on top of a mountain that is near my home, but I never noticed. I never knew about it until the bus went this way. And for some reason, just climbing up that cliff just now and seeing the hue of that sky reminded me of that place. I have very particular images from my childhood that are easily triggered and resurface at the slightest resemblance in games. I like the sound that makes when you pick those up. Maybe I'll find some more. Hold on a second. I'm getting sidetracked here. But I don't know. Okay, yeah, listen to that. Listen when you pick this up. Imagine what it sounds like when you pick it up. Like, you get kind of like this crispy sound, I imagine, like you pick that up. But then when you actually do it, it's like you're picking up like really like stiff stalks of like, I don't know, corn or something. It doesn't fit the image of it doesn't fit what that plant looks like, but I kind of like it.
The Ravagers Honda mentioned should be nearby. I just need to look at that contract one more time. Make sure I got all the details right.
I got all the details. I just need to detach that component. Gotta get closer.
This must be the drop-off point Honda's contract mentioned. When I get that Ravager cannon, I'll know where to take it. There they are. Honda wants one of those cannons. I'll need to shoot it off without killing the Ravager. Otherwise, I might damage the goods. The canister will blow if I hit it with a shock arrow. I need to aim for that cannon. Maybe I should get that cannon before I take off. Let's see if I can get that Ravager cannon for Honda.
Blew it off, but where did it go? There it is. Yeah, let's not get stepped on.
Breaths now. I'm sure Honda won't mind me borrowing this for a bit.
Oh man, I got out of there just in time. Jesus, please don't notice me.
That card I saw before. That's where I need to drop off this cannon.
That honestly went beautifully. This would be a great point for me to clip through the earth and die.
That should do it. I should let Honda know her crew can pick this up.
Yeah, that was amazing. Okay, find the rogue salvagers. Find the rouge salvagers. I'm gonna trust in my stealth gear and just run through this area. Like 100 hours into an open world game, you kind of lose the patience to be stealthy all the time.
Honda's contract mentioned the thieves she's looking for might have come down this way. I should take a look around. Maybe read the contract again. Make sure I know what I'm getting myself into here. Gotcha. These tracks should lead me to the thieves. Empty camp, but the gear looks awesome. Could be from the thieves I'm looking for.
Empty camp where thieves were, and my stash is there. Okay. Annoyingly, this that screen doesn't tell you what the bonuses are for your gear. I'm wearing Nora Tracker. Okay.
Let's see if my focus...
This is the one I'm wearing, so let's just go ahead and upgrade that. And I want to upgrade the one I'm using for Silent Strikes. I think Hardweave was the one I needed, but I don't think I can upgrade anything right now.
Pick up a trail.
Ooh, I really like that shot. That's very Rocky Mountains. Well, actually, this is the Rocky Mountains, isn't it? Like the game takes place in that area. Anyway, I like that faded blue sky
I should use
with those
my
white
focus.
mountains. Aloy,
Find out where the thieves went.
Aloy, you're interrupting a beautiful moment here. I like that lake in the foreground. I like that. I'm a sucker for that kind of thing.
Something happened here. A change of direction. Why?
I'll let him pass.
Snap maws. Must have caught the thieves by surprise and chased them here. That's some bad luck. Guess I should recover Honda's scrolls then. The scrolls. They mentioned ruins by a metal tower. Maybe I should get the relics back to Honda. Make sure no one else gets hurt.
Ruins by a metal tower. Let's see here. La 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 la. Oh, this is where that is? I've been here before, but it looks different. It's a different time of day, presumably. Aha. Man, I really wish they'd remake the Golden Sun series with visuals like this. Maybe not the character models, but like the environmental realism. That'd be amazing. I dream about it. It'll never happen, but be not in this timeline. When did this area get so pretty?
There's the metal tower. Honda's relics should be around here somewhere.
Wrong button. That thing I want to jump on is at a very weird angle. Can I even get up there? Like you see, I want to get on that, but doing this jump is not easy. Like, I'm going to try to go for it, but it's not going to work. It was going to fall.
Up there. Might be the relics. But how do I get to them?
think I have to glide from up there.
There they are. I guess that's the way down.
Might as well do this while I'm here.
An old world ruin. Might be worth taking a look inside. See what I can find. Now, what do we have in here? That way. A locked door. Looks like
Prompt, please. Don't mind me, just trying to figure out where this needs to go. Up there, I think. Not up there, but like down here. Yeah, not what I said, but the opposite of what I said.
better try further back. Well, there's my easy way up.
Remember what I said last time about
Above now.
thinking you find a solution to a puzzle, but then that solution requires another puzzle to access? I bet this one's gonna break too. Not the least because oh god. Not the least because there's a fire gleam behind that wall. Yeah, watch this. Ah, you think you know how to play this game. Oh god.
A crate. That could help.
It's not so much a crate as it is a cube. Okay, where do I push this off now? My instinct was to stack these crates on top of each other. and push them over here to get up. But from past experience, I don't think you can stack crates and then move them as one. So I need to find where exactly I need to get up. Presumably, if I do stack them, it'll have to be in a place where I would not need to move them in order to get up to where I need.
I'm gonna take a step back.
God, you're so slippery. Okay, where are we going now? Nightfall, so it's hard to see. Actually, hold on a second. Did I seriously just say, nightfall, so it's hard to see? That's how good my commentary is. Streaming is the right choice for me.
But how do I get it?
Oh god, don't.
There's a key module in there too. Standing on one crate isn't enough to reach the ledge in the tower.
I'm not standing on a crate. Oh, you mean I have to get in here? Like from... Like, do I have to get a...
Mine's too short.
Yeah, okay. So I do need to stack them, but how do I go about doing that? Like, okay, let's drop that there, but I think if I drop this onto the other one, I'm not going to be able to move them.
There we go.
Since when? Since when does that work? I've tried that before. I tried this before and it didn't work. It didn't act as one unit, but now it is. I guess maybe the crates are scripted to act like this? Only in this puzzle. And when I tried it elsewhere, it wouldn't work because it wasn't designed to work that way. I don't know, I'm just guessing here.
That worked.
Oh god, where is that door?
think I can open this door. That did it. It's not hooking onto that.
It's so dark I can't see, but presumably I need to maybe move the crates in here. Oh, no, guess not. But what does this do? By that I mean, what is in here that will help me get to the relic? I'm not seeing a path up there. Nothing on these walls. And this seems more like a shortcut.
Looks like it's stuck. Got it.
Okay, but why do I need to use this? You're always like, got it. But I'm like, what is this for? I just have to bring it out here. Oh, I see. This game needs to give me the benefit of the doubt. It knows what I'm trying to do.
Not the ornament. I should give this to Stemmer the next time I see him.
I know there are data points associated with these, but I'm going to read them en masse. I'll read them en masse later when I go hand them in. I do want to see how many I've gotten, though. Looks like all of them. Well, all the ones with data points. Okay, so... Southern Ancient Machine Site. Return, return, return. Okay, so this is the last one. This level geometry is funneling me toward these sun wings. I prefer not to get involved. I see a green shine. I wonder what that could be. Huh, it was green shine. What a coincidence.
Sliding in.
Don't mind me, just looking at that moon. Looking at the highly detailed texturing. In games that feature the moon, I always check to make sure that there aren't any like stars in front of it. Like I think of some games, can't remember their names obviously, where there are clouds behind the moon. I think like one of them must have been a Castlevania game. Sorry to intrude on your little seance there. Is that a good guy? He's probably a bad guy, but a bad guy who's on my side. Like he's bad, but he's not like bad. I wonder, like, when Aloy looks at enemies with her focus and they shine orange, I wonder what, like, biologically marks them as hostile. Are they just, like, in really bad moods, or, like, does their anger at Aloy or the tribes, like, cause their blood to turn a certain color or fill them with, like, weird gases that influence the color of their organs, or presumably it's a thermal reading. So like they're so angry that their blood is literally boiling, and their body temperature is so high, and they have such bad fevers that their thermal signals are like incandescently hot, and that's what designates them as hostile. They're hostile not only to Aloy and her friends, but just hostile in general, hostile to everything. little lizard dude. Love it. I thought that pig just took off, just took off into the air. I saw that sunwing and I'm like, let's go another direction. This is pretty far afield.
I should be closing in on the other ancient machines Honda wanted to salvage. I could look around more before I head out. See what else I can find. Hunt will be over quicker if I use plasma ammo. Race? Well, they definitely don't sound like race. Maybe if I follow their tracks, I can find out where they're headed. I can probably use my phone. I think Honda will like this. Honda will find this useful, but I might. Oh, this should be useful. Not sure if Honda's gonna want this, but maybe I can find a use for it. But Honda will want this.
I'll wait for the Ravager to pass by. These should be enough relics for Honda's armor. Now I just gotta take them to her. Easy. Okay, let's head back. That's all I had to do. I assume she's gonna give me a couple more side quests, but... This is as fast as I can go, by the way. I can't go for any faster. Now I can.
like us.
Who cares? We're in our territory.
Hello, little Spark.
I found the salvage you wanted, including relics from the ruins you mentioned. Found them when I tracked down your thieves. Turns out they got themselves into more trouble than they could handle.
That's the Forbidden West for you.
I, got you those flowers you asked for, too.
Ah! I'll finally be able to try that leaf water the Utaru rave about. Excellent!
Does this mean you can start working on your armor now?
Not quite. I was taking a morning walk to clear my mind for the visionary task ahead of me. And I ran across a herd of lancehorns. Swift, delicate, but vigorous. The best armor in the Forbidden West should be just as nimble. And I'll need their parts to achieve that.
I might be able to hunt them down for you.
That's all I needed to hear.
I have to go.
The best of luck to you.
Honda's Lancehorn herd should be close to this area. Might be a good idea to read our contract again before going in. There they are.
I just handed in 4
Hunt
quests.
some Lancehorns. Might be faster to hunt these guys on a mount.
Figured I'd get more experience than that. What do I have to do? Mount the overridden machine and pursue the Lancehorns. I don't think I need to do that. I might just be able to shoot them.
Could set that machine on fire. One down!
I could just like run into the middle of them and use that AoE and just kill them all. Oh god, they're coming back. Didn't work as well as I hope, but... Oh yeah, start fighting, start fighting. Might have been too late.
Should be able to pick things up from here.
You don't have to
Take some
mount.
salvage back to camp like Honda asked.
You don't have to get on a mount to chase those guys down. Just do it the old-fashioned way. Oh god, my mount.
Honda's in trouble. I better deal with those machines. Frosting won't hurt it much.
I'll just hang back and...
Attack anything on sight.
I don't think I can use it. Oh well.
We haven't gotten more of those scavengers. With all the scrap we keep finding. At least it...
Damn scavengers! They're an occupational hazard, but still, it's a good thing you showed up.
Happy to help. I brought you the Lancehorn salvage you asked for.
Ah! This ought to make my armor shine like a spark in the night. Thank you, Aloy. Maybe you'll visit our main camp near Barren Light sometime. Bear witness to a moment in history, as my armor transcends all others.
Sure, if I can. Take care, Honda.
I wasn't paying attention. Can I, like, buy her armor? Nope. But, yeah.
You'll come back, eventually.
She reminds me of, the, commissioner or the police lady from the Carmen Sandiego show in the 90s. think they're still mad at me. Oh, God. A rabbit and a vulture. Well... Safe to say I interrupted something. Oh, Jesus. Okay, what were these things that I just killed? Let's see here. So this is a Chuckwalla. I think this is another one. Yeah. Got a Chumbawamba. That's a pretty callous thing to say after you run over something. Store this away for later. Or stash this away for later. No, let's put this in my cooler. I swear it's not intentional. Yeah, like imagine you're on a road trip and your dad like runs over like an animal and then gets out of the car, goes in and salvages its body and puts it in the cooler and he's like, I'll save this for later. Oh my god, this thing's right in my way. Holy shit. Oh god. Where am I going? Where is the road? Seriously. Actually, was that my old mount? No, I parked my old mount on the beach in the west, but I've never seen a bristleback over in this area before. Christ. Oh well. I think Kotallo has his arm back. Let's go see if he managed to solder it on. Okay, now I can override those. Can I? I'd love to see if I can mount them. Said the first human to ever consider riding a horse.
Aloy, there are more supplies in the chest. Help yourself.
Yeah, I will, but I'm looking for Kotallo. He didn't manage to get the arm on.
Aloy, well met. We've been briefed on our mission, and are ready whenever you wish to head to Cauldron Gemini.
Were you able to finish the new arm Gaia was helping you with?
Indeed. I was hoping we could discuss it, if you have a moment.
You wanted to talk about your arm?
Indeed. It's time to test it. And I want you to be there.
Okay. How are we doing this?
Not how. Where? Will you meet me where we felled Regalla's Tremor Tusk? Right where the river bends?
Sure, if you want, but I'm not sure I understand.
You'll see when we get there. I promise.
Then I'll let you know when I get close.
You have my thanks, Aloy.
How are your studies going?
I wanted to learn more about the world of the Old Ones.
And?
I looked up this pharaoh Gaia said you went looking for, and learned about the plague of machines he unleashed. To think that the ancient world was wiped out by a mistake. A single miscalculation. There is no glory or honor in such a fate. Only hubris and pointless death.
That about sums it up. Have you spoken with Alva?
The Quen is peculiar. Nothing like a Tenakth. Her mind is sharp, that much is certain. But it's hard to imagine her surviving in the wilds.
Trust me, she's tougher than she looks.
I will take your word for it.
Have you spoken with Alva?
Oh, my finger slipped.
I have to go now.
Then do not let me keep you.
Like I said, I'll call you when I'm close to Regalla's old outpost near the bulwark.
May the Ten guide your way.
I'm going to take this opportunity to make myself some hot chocolate, so I'll be back in about 5 minutes. I'm going to go hang out in this common area while I'm gone. Be right back.
So, we're fighting immortals from the stars now? Looks like it. What's next? Wizards from the moon?
Where have I seen this before?
So many long words.
Place looks nice with some green in it.
And dirt. Don't forget all that dirt we had to bring in.
If we're going to go around trying to protect life, we should have more of it around.
I think it looks nice.
The water is boiling, so I'll be back in about 3 minutes.
What's this? Dinosaurs. I just think she talks a lot. You would too, if you knew everything there is to know about everything.
She can also crank out a whole army of machines to kick your sorry behind once she's fixed.
Well, I guess I just better stay on her good side then.
Looks like the old ones used their focuses to send all kinds of messages back in the day.
All over the world, too. Anytime they wanted.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd like that. I wouldn't want my Aunt Alga knowing she could just talk to me every second of the day. My ears would pop off.
And of course, data corrupted.
Pizza?
Apparently it tastes worse the longer it takes to be delivered. Or something like that.
Maybe you can find the recipe?
I think it was just flat bread. With cheese. And some sauce.
I like it already. So the old ones had cows, and sea cows, but they didn't look the same.
Okay, I am back. So I know we just got back to the base. Normally I would talk to everyone here and continue the main story.
The old ones called it the lungs of the planet?
That sounds lovely.
Yeah. They burned it to the ground.
But I just want to take care of Kotallo's quest. Because I'm afraid that this next one's going to be like a point of no return, or maybe, like, you know, completing this quest first will make the next main quest a little bit different. So it's a little out of our way, but I'll take my mount and just try to get over there pretty quick. Holy crap, forgot how to do my, use my glider. Just me, or did the stars come out really quick, like all of a sudden? I want to make sure I got my bearings here, especially since I'm going through this cave, or this little ravine, I should say.
Find the right cauldron for the machine.
Especially since it's night and it's kind of hard to see where I'm going. I'm just causing all sorts of havoc, aren't I? Road gets a little confusing in this area.
No one is climbing that mountain. Not even me. Oh, you're right. I would need to fly to find out what happened to Farika.
Oh man, that was a big one.
Can't let the cold distract me. Pretty sure this is where Kotala wanted us to test his new arm. Not sure what he has in mind, though. I should... Hey, Kotallo. I'm by the Tremor Tusk site, where we agreed to meet. Want to test that new arm of yours?
I'll be there shortly. Thank you for waiting.
Maybe now you can tell me what we're doing here?
Not just yet. Follow me, please.
Someone's being awfully mysterious.
You took your sweet time telling me what you wanted to do to the bulwark. Consider this my revenge.
Fair enough.
This is it.
What am I looking at?
Oh, you'll see. Come.
All right, talk to me, Kotallo.
I wish to test the arm on that. It has menaced the valley for some time. Killed more than a few of the Sky Clan. But no longer.
I'm honored to help.
After you. Let's see how this thing likes the taste of metal.
Frost will make it brittle.
I have an idea.
Well, I think it's safe to say the new arm works fine.
Agreed.
Then why are you taking it off?
This is what I am now. What I overcame. Anything else feels wrong. Like a disguise. I'll use the new arm when I need it, but the rest of the time, I will simply be myself.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
You have my thanks for doing this with me. Here. Something to mark our victory.
Thank you. I'll see you later then.
The Ten be with you, Aloy.
He gave her an Amazon gift card, by the way. I think there were a few that I wanted to spend down here. Might as well just get them to have them. Okay, now we can just return to the base. Wow, he left a lot of stuff behind. Kind of convoluted, but... I checked because I noticed I'm getting detected a lot easier than before. Could it just be that the machines are more in my way? I mean, I already do, but I end up killing even more. Holy crap.
Trees. Me.
I should be setting up a tally for how many things I run over. Two in a row, I love it. I mean, I hate it, but I love it. I'm going to level up just from running things over. Oh god, he's like right in my way. Oh, I thought that was Fire Gleam. I was like, I'm gonna go blow that up. Wow. Okay, so now it's socialization time. So I'm gonna hang back and let all that dialogue play right out. Enjoy my hot chocolate, I should say, while they chat it up.
Don't
Hello there. Aloy!
Right to work, I see.
There's just so much. I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing! And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor. Genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there, returned from beyond the stars. Of course, they're trying to kill us, which is not great. And Eric Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And then there's Hephaestus, and...
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
You're right. I also owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall.
I imagine you don't know anyone here that well yet, but they're a good group.
It's funny because one of your friends is, well, another you. Not that you are the same person at all. I mean, you are, as in, you're both genetically Elizabeth Sobek, but even so, you're different.
Yeah, we are. I hope everyone's been treating you okay.
Oh, yeah, of course. They've all been extremely welcoming. And they share the knowledge they learn on their focuses with each other freely. It's refreshing. Back home, diviners can only share data with the permission from the overseers.
Sounds restrictive and stifling.
Yeah, you are not wrong.
Anything new around here?
Kotallo showed me the schematics for his new arm. I recall reading about robotic limbs within the Legacy, but I never thought I'd see one in action. Technology like that would be treasured back home. Think of what it could do for injured workers or soldiers. But knowing the Imperial family, they would use it for different purposes. their own.
Replacing body parts as they grow older. Like the Zeniths.
Exactly.
I see you've been using your new focus.
It's been fascinating. So much better than the version the Quen have. What would have taken me years to sort through, like the database you helped me recover, with this, I've been able to establish search parameters to speed up the process. This could revolutionize how diviners analyze the legacy. That is, whatever part of it the Overseers would actually let us study.
You wanted data, you'll find lots of it here.
A diviner has never had this sort of unsupervised access to archives such as this. And knowing you, I suspect there is much that would normally be forbidden held within them. But I was sent here to help you. I would be remiss to ignore any truth laid before me. Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way back to the path of truth.
You mentioned Eric Visser? How do you know about him?
The Zenith who tried to kill you? He is known to the Quen as the Protector. Combing through data related to his work led us to breakthroughs related to weapons and military tactics. Knowledge our rulers used to conquer and expand, to become the empire we are today. That's why he's one of our most revered ancestors. But based on your encounter with him, it appears he's even more ruthless than we ever imagined. Yet another distorted interpretation in the legacy.
Well, at least you're piecing together the truth.
If only the Overseers back home would do the same.
Beta mentioned other Zeniths. Tilda, Verbena, and Gerard.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about them. Whatever legacy they left behind, the diviners haven't recovered.
Oh boy, we are learning all the stuff here. I think this game intends me to come back to the base periodically, or more often than I do, to chip away at these conversations at a more consistent rate. But I keep having all these exposition dumps when I return, on the very rare occasions that I do.
Back at the greenhouse, you spoke of knowledge forbidden to your people.
Diviners are meant to seek out the truth in the legacy, and many Imperials sponsor them in the hopes they'll find something the Empire can put to use, thus gaining favor with the Emperor. But the Board of Overseers claims certain truths are detrimental to the stability of the Empire, like discovering one of our revered ancestors ended the world. That is why diviners are only allowed to access segments of the legacy. Only Overseers can view it all. It ensures that any heretical data can be contained and retrieved before it can spread.
What happens to diviners who break the rules?
I never had the courage to ask.
You said you owed me an explanation for what happened in Thebes. I'm listening.
Right. I'll start at the beginning, with the CO. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew, in fact. As such, he sponsored many diviners to search the legacy for anything that might help the tribe, and himself. He took a special interest in anything related to Ted Faro, whom we considered the greatest of the ancestors.
Ted Faro, revered ancestor. That's tough to take.
I know better now, of course. Anyway, the diviners discovered that Faro spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did. So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problems. If only we could find the right data in this fabled city. Perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms that threatened our people. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured into this endeavor. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were dispatched, and the Emperor's nephew was named CO, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire. The living embodiment of Ted Faro, the Renewer. It may seem strange now, but for a time, he carried all of our hopes. We really believed he would save us. We had no idea just how perilous the journey would be.
You said the expedition across the sea was more dangerous than you thought it would be. What happened?
We lost most of our ships to hurricanes, and scores of soldiers perished to hunger and disease. And that was before we even hit the coast. Once we landed, machines ripped our patrols apart, and we struggled to replenish our rations. There were bright spots, to be sure. We found Thebes and the greenhouse, but nothing improved the CEO's mood as his dreams of saving the tribe were slowly dashed. He became more and more obsessed with Thebes and what lay behind its door, and more convinced that the title of CEO was no mere honorific. You heard him, spouting nonsense about Pharaoh's essence and some kind of becoming. We knew these weren't the words of a sane man, but he was quick to put any who spoke out in front of a firing squad.
What a great guy.
The Quen are wrong about many things when it comes to the legacy. I can see that now. But what the CO became was a complete perversion of what principled diviners stand for. The pursuit of truth. I'm sorry you had to endure his madness. I'm just glad it's over. For everyone.
So, Bohai, your overseer. Will he run things better than CEO?
He won't execute people on a whim, if that's what you mean. But he's hardly a paragon of integrity. I can't tell you how many times he took credit for data in the legacy that I uncovered. The best thing I can say about him is that he can be trusted to always do what's best for him.
Yep, sounds about right. The Ancestors, is that what your people call the Old Ones?
Yes and no. The Ancestors are the greatest of the Old Ones. Those whose legacy taught us agriculture, medicine, warfare, leadership, and patronage of the science and arts.
The CEO called Elizabeth Sobek an assistant. What's that about?
Right. Well, any Old One who has made minor contributions or worked extensively under one of the Ancestors is called an assistant. That's how we thought of Sobek, until we met you. Our limited access to data past the late 2040s has obviously misinformed our view of the past.
So, Bohai.
But I can't tell. The best thing to...
Yep.
That text looked highlighted.
You mentioned the reason you came here was to help your family. Your sister...
Her name is Alika. Our parents are commoners. Peasants, really. When I passed the divination exams, they were so proud. It brought honor to our family and increased rations. Only Alika begged me not to leave for the research academy.
Why? What happens there?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave or see anyone, not even your family. Unless you can get special permission and an escort by an overseer.
It sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep, diviners are few in number, and the Empire is, well, fearful that outsiders will try to steal our knowledge. Last time I was allowed to see my family was just before our voyage here. Because of my position, I was able to get them refuge from the floods within the capital. But if our crops don't recover soon, they'll starve to death along with everyone else.
I promise I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't come to that. I need to get going, but if you need anything...
All I need is to help you succeed in your mission. The plan Gaia told me about, to capture Hephaestus, it will help set things right.
I hope so.
Then I will do whatever I can. I promise.
I think I absorbed like 30% of that. I'm sorry, I just find the Quen very uninteresting. Man, my boy here needs to do the dishes.
From the look on your face, I'd say the mission was a success.
I got Omega clearance. Is everyone ready to head out to Cauldron Gemini?
As soon as you give the word.
I see all of us settled in nicely.
Our new Quen friend? The moment she laid eyes on the archives, she jumped on them like a long leg.
Yeah, that's Alva for you. Once Gaia is back up and running, I expect you to put all your training to good use.
The seeds have been planted. All they need is a chance to bloom. What? I thought that was pretty good. Zoe liked it.
I'm glad you and Zoe found each other.
Don't forget, you're to blame for that.
Now that I have Omega clearance, we can grab Hephaestus and finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging Thunderjaws.
Better them than us, for once. I should go get this to Gaia.
Of course. Let us know when we're needed.
Cool, nice and simple. And my boy here needs to continue playing chess.
There she is. Heard you had an interesting time at Thebes.
Maniacs, lava, what's not to like?
I'll remember that next time I go traveling.
At least I got what we needed to trap Hephaestus.
Good thing I got my gear ready then.
Have you spoken with Alva yet?
Yeah, when she's not reading the archives like a giddy kid drinking her first ale. She took to that new focus quick, that's for sure. I gotta say, I'm a little jealous. But I can see why you two hit it off.
You look tired.
Ha! You never want to hold back, are you? I've just been making sure that I got everything down for this mission of yours. I wouldn't want to be the usual screw-up out there.
You'll do fine, Erend.
Aaron seems like the kind of guy who, he's like, oh yeah, I'm working on it. I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna do my thing. But then he's really just procrastinating, and then he does it all at the last minute.
What else have you been studying with your focus?
Yeah, I've been looking into this Vegas place you found. Gaia showed us everything that happened when you went to get that Poseidon thing. I mean, this Morlund guy seems pretty smart. Though, risking the Tenakth clan lands for a light show is a bold move.
His crew knows how to handle themselves. Mostly.
Right.
I should get going.
As soon as you want us heading out to those cauldrons.
I'll give you the heads up.
Everyone is so articulate in this game. Like, no one trips over their words, or... Like, in real life, I can't speak articulately in any capacity. But, I don't know why I thought that would work.
Painted their faces with something called makeup. Like the card show. Why? Yeah, it beats me.
Welcome back.
Good to be back. Have you met our new Quen guest yet?
I could barely keep up as she gave herself a tour of the base. Varl gave her a new focus. Though when he told her she was free to access all the data we had here, she turned so pale I thought she'd faint on the spot. We showed her to the archive room so she could see for herself. She hasn't left the place since.
Sounds like Alva.
Have you met our new Gen quest?
How are things with everyone?
Slightly quieter. Aaron's been busy scouring data on his newest obsession. Apparently the old ones wrestled machines as some kind of performance. Called it metal versus meat. A must-see battle between steel and flesh, as Aaron likes to put it. You'd think we have enough of that going around as it is.
Read anything interesting lately?
I found out the old ones use leaf infusions like the Utaru do. Tea, they call it. Apparently it helped soothe them. That and some sort of scented wax they used to cleanse their aura. Plus something called bubble baths. I think I'll stick to singing to calm the nerves.
I thought they said the land gods made a whale, and I'm like, did they? Where can I see it?
Varl looks pretty focused.
He's been obsessing over the data revealed to us by Poseidon. Just the other day, we read about mountains hiding deep underwater that spew fire. If I understand correctly, Gaia said the flames they release come from the very center of the Earth. Like a heart, beating with the life of the world. As always, the cycle can be found in even the most unlikely of places. Of course, Varl's mostly interested in watching explosions happen underwater.
I assume you've been looking into Demeter now that Gaia's merged with it?
Yes. It's been humbling to know that the seeds I carry in this pouch came in turn from the seeds saved for Demeter in the old world. It gives me hope that the cycle of life will prevail now, just as it did before.
I need to get going.
Right. You've retrieved the Omega clearance. That means we'll be going after Hephaestus soon. I'll make sure my gear's ready.
Listening to these characters speak, is this what the Marvel Cinematic Universe is like? I haven't watched any of those at all, but my assumption is that all the characters have the same speaking style, have the same very sanitized tone, all kind of very samey. I'm assuming she doesn't want to be available. That's fine. I'm the same way, honestly. Am I forgetting anyone? I don't think so. I don't think I need to upgrade anything. Well, actually, no. I think I did pick up a lance horn thing horn, I think, and I think I needed that to upgrade a weapon that I use frequently. Yeah, this is an amazing weapon. I'm going to upgrade that for sure. I use this all the time. I'm going to absolutely spend green shine on that. And before I forget, I'm going to put a weave on it. Or a coil. Yeah, it just really boosts the concentration damage on that. Okay, assuming I haven't forgotten anybody. Katalo, maybe? Did I already talk to him? I know I did before the quest, but I want to make sure I'm up to date. I don't think there's any updates here.
I'm at your disposal.
I bet people are curious about that new arm of yours.
None more than our Quen ally, I assure you. She couldn't wait to take it apart and figure out how it works. I gave her the data I used to build the thing, hoping that would satisfy her curiosity instead.
Good luck with that. I have to go.
Let me know when you need me.
Alright, let's actually progress this story. Maybe someday I'll finish this game. Just an FYI, well, hold on, let me check my stream real quick. Okay, we're still up. I have about half an hour left before I have to sign off for the night. So we'll start the main quest, the next main quest, but we'll probably be leaving things off in the middle of this quest.
There. Let's see what we got.
Well, we'll see what we got later.
Aloy, I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct. But the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. Two cores. Two overrides. What if the merge were carried out by two clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of two operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
Okay. Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the Zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
I totally expected him to say, Aloy, you better get down here. Aaron just shot himself in the face. Wait a second. Can I speak to Gaia? Like, small talk? I think she has a lot to say.
Aloy, I believe Varl is still waiting for you, outside Beta's room.
Alright.
I just wanted to talk about something else first.
As you wish.
Have you been able to make use of Demeter's functions?
Yes. I was able to mitigate most soil conditions and restore a temporary balance. You should notice less rampant plant growth in the area.
Maybe that'll give Plainsong's fields a chance to recover.
Yes. Given that the Utaru's land gods are functioning properly again, I expect the land will yield a modest harvest.
The first of many, hopefully. There's something I'm still trying to figure out. Why was Demeter using flying machines to distribute metal flowers?
In its deranged state, Demeter was defending itself against a robotic swarm that would devour all plant life.
It thought the Pharaoh Plague was still happening?
It feared it would come again. As part of its directive of reseeding Earth's vegetation, it sought to protect plant life at all costs. And considering it had 20 years to proliferate, I expect you will continue to find the fruits of its efforts for some time.
That's a good thing I have the code to dissolve the vines, then. The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Faro.
Ted. Guess he got what he deserved, in the end.
Yes. An igneous conclusion to his pathological narcissism, impulsive tendencies, and instability.
All 3 of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density, empowering my overall function. Unfortunately, as we now know they are in the possession of Far Zenith, attaining them in the short term is very likely impossible.
I guess our best shot at recovering them is by taking over the Zenith base. But we'll need Hephaestus and a bunch of combat machines to do that.
Correct.
The Zeniths. Gerard, Eric, Tilda, Verbena. Beta said they were some of the most powerful people on Earth. I think Elizabeth knew one of them. Tilda. Did she ever mention her to you?
No. Elizabeth often spoke of her work, or told stories of her mother and her childhood. If she knew this Tilda, she did not disclose it with me. What we can conclude from your and Beta's experiences is that the Zeniths are ruthless in pursuit of their goal. To protect life on Earth, they must be stopped.
All this data I've picked up in ancient bunkers and ruins. I guess I never really thought that other people would be looking at it.
Based on my observations, your companions engage quite frequently with this material. Erend has asked on numerous occasions about birthday parties. He appears perplexed by the tradition of serving a sweet confection, as it conflicts with the Oseram tradition of serving sparkling stout ale. He also suggested we host a party for you, as a surprise.
Yeah, no thanks.
That is what I predicted.
Is Kotallo getting along with everyone?
Yes, though he prefers to spend most of the time alone. He appears to be collating data on war machine progression and significant battles during the Pharaoh Plague, to aid in the creation of a war map of Operation Enduring Victory. I believe he aims to study the tactics of old world warfare.
I'd be interested in seeing that.
It appears to be a private pastime for him. He has repeatedly declined my offers to assist his research.
I think I have a big backlog to go through with her dialogue.
How's all of us settling in?
As soon as she arrived, Alva was eager to study the data in the archive. A particular file soon caught her attention. Information about a machine assistant devoted to keeping living spaces neat and orderly. I informed her that once I am empowered with the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to design such a machine.
I'm sure she'll like that. So our plan to capture Hephaestus. Let's go over it again.
As you wish. Thanks to Beta's test, we now know that Hephaestus will not respond to your Alpha clearance.
Which is why I got Ted Faro's Omega clearance.
Correct. While you were gone, Beta constructed the transport rig and pulse generators. When we get to Gemini, I will need to be installed on one of the facility's cores. The second core is for Hephaestus. Using Omega clearance will allow you to trap it.
And then you'll be able to absorb it.
Not quite. You will need to manually remove Hephaestus's malicious code before the merge.
How long will that take?
Because the work will be split between you and Beta, it will take approximately 4.5 hours.
And during that time, the others will create a distraction for us using the pulse generators, right?
Correct. They will each take position at a cauldron door and fire off their device. The energy surge should mask our activities until the merge is complete.
And then we'll have everything we need to defeat the Zeniths. Sounds like a plan. So now that you have Aether, Demeter, and Poseidon, how's the biosphere looking?
In the local region, conditions have improved. Superstorms have subsided. Water sources have been purified, and soil conditions remediated. These improvements will stave off environmental collapse for a few additional months.
Well, with luck, soon you'll have Hephaestus. Then you'll be able to fix the biosphere for good, right?
Correct. I will be able to design and produce robotic agents to permanently reverse the environmental damage that has accumulated.
There's something I've been wondering. How could Ted Faro create a clearance level higher than Alpha? Elizabeth made sure he wouldn't interfere with the project.
It is plausible he tasked his own engineers with creating a back door to the Zero Dawn system, without Elizabeth's knowledge. My predecessor did not even know of its existence until he activated it to purge the Apollo database. It is, in effect, a blind spot. One that will allow us to subdue Hephaestus.
I found some data in one of the rooms you unlocked. It mentioned that there are still functional seed banks beneath this facility. Why is it there?
My predecessor was tasked with reconstituting the biosphere with primary and secondary plant species. Had everything gone according to plan, humans would have eventually been able to introduce tertiary species, including new crops.
Can we access them now?
Unfortunately, it will have to wait. I require control over the machines in order to access and distribute the preserved seed stock.
And for that we need Hephaestus. It's something to look into later then. So Gemini has 2 data cores. I've never seen a cauldron like that. But you mentioned something about seismic activity?
When my predecessor attempted to build the cauldron, construction was disrupted by a series of earthquakes. The data core had already been built, but the rest of the facility sustained damage. So, she began again. A second core was built. However, when more tremblers occurred, she abandoned the site.
Lucky for us. Are the quakes still happening?
No, though they did also create instabilities in other facilities in the region.
So the facility where I recovered Demeter used to be a Faro agricultural research facility. It's where they created the biomass conversion system, but also adamantine wreath. Did Elizabeth know they were working on that?
It is likely she was briefed on other efforts to combat the machine swarm, though her focus was devoted only to Zero Dawn.
That makes sense. But they actually got the wreaths to work. If they've been able to deploy it against the Faro Plague in time...
Using the data you recovered on the project, I ran several simulations and have concluded that it would never have worked. In all scenarios, the Faro war machines would eventually hack and deactivate the wreath before they could contain the swarm.
So Zero Dawn really was the only solution. There was a lot of data in the greenhouse facility about agriculture. Do you think it'll help the Quen fix their homeland?
I will run a query. Complete. The data contains information about novel crop production methods, which may be beneficial to the tribe in the long term.
But new crops aren't going to save the world. So I guess it's on us.
It is.
So I found Thebes. What do you think Ted would have done if his life extension treatments had worked?
It seems he convinced himself it was his duty to guide future humans. Given the tribal nature of new humans, and his ability to use Omega clearance on the terraforming system, I imagine he would have convinced one or more tribes to worship him as their patriarchal deity.
Okay. Yep, glad that didn't happen.
Almost done here.
Aside from Gaia Prime and Thebes, there was one other underground facility that was sealed before the Pharaoh Plague reached it. Elysium. The place where Zero Dawn staff and their families went to live out their lives. Do you know what happened to it?
Elysium was designed to provide life support for 100 years. My data indicates the facility went offline well before then.
Did the Pharaoh Plague find them?
Unknown. My connection to the facility was abruptly severed.
I found some data in one of the... It mentioned... What?
My with had been
Can...
an or...
I guess I should get going.
As you say. Be well, Aloy.
That whole time, Beta was like killing my companions and painting the walls with their blood. Eager to see what carnage she's wrought.
So the old ones painted their faces with something called makeup, like the Karcha. Why? Yeah, it beats me.
It probably meant something to them. As it does to my people. And the Tanakh.
I just think my face says it all.
I like Erend.
Aloy.
Whoa, look at that reaction. Let's see if we can recreate it.
Beta's still inside.
Wrong door.
I tried, but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince her to go.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. A slave. Forever.
I always respond with the brain choice.
We have a solid plan. You helped come up with it. Without you there, the probability that the Zeniths discover us is high. But with you, that risk is much less. We'll get Hephaestus, get out, and come back here. It'll be okay. No! You can't guarantee that. I told you from the beginning we'll never beat them. It's hopeless. Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect? Beta. You don't have a defect. Beta. Look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Rost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having a strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. When it looks impossible, look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go. Like he said, odds are in our favor if I do. We have to succeed. But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand? Okay. Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible. I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
Aloy, whenever you're ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
That was a nice scene. Nice to see some humanity from Aloy.
I'm telling you, it's a drink, but it's soft.
How is it soft?
It says here it had bubbles in it.
Well, we can't expect to make sense out of that.
How do I get out of here? I'm just trying to find the save point, because I have to sign off for the night. Looks like we have a side quest to get from Alva, whatever her name is, the Quen lady. And then talk to a bunch of people. And then start the next main quest. And I'm probably going to want to do that side quest before I do the main quest. But we'll handle that next time. So, the plan is, tomorrow, if it performs well, and it did the last time I tested it this weekend, I'm going to play some Wo Long Fallen Dynasty. First time in like a month and a half since I played that game. Again, the performance has been fixed in the latest patch, so I'm going to give that a shot and resume where I was, which is about halfway through the game. If the game does not perform well, for whatever reason, I'll come back to this. Thursday, Wo Long, again. Or Horizon Forbidden West if the game does not perform well. And then Friday, Horizon Forbidden West. So, making up for lost time with this game. That's going to do it for me. If you joined this time, thank you for joining. I hope I've provided some adequate ASMR. If you're watching in the future, thank you for giving me the time. I will see you tomorrow.